Good evening and welcome to Austin After Hours. I'm Taylor Ellison. Thanks for joining us tonight. We've got a really fun show in store. Here's a look at what's coming up. 17-time X Games medalist, Guinness World Record holder, first person to land a double backflip on a motorcycle. The list goes on for action sport legend Travis Pastrana. We get behind the wheel with Travis out at Circuit of the Americas to talk rally car racing and find out if there's anything that actually scares him. The answer will surprise you. And finding sweet success in Austin. Lick Honest Ice Cream's owners Chad Palmatier and Anthony Sabotic share how they brought their popular dessert shop to life. Plus, we find out how honest they really are with a hilarious round of Two Truths and a Lie. And discovering the magic within. Musician Amy Edwards talks about her new album Magic and finding the courage to bring a dream to life at any age. But first, we're headed out to Circuit of the Americas to hear about Travis Pastrana's latest jaw-dropping stunt.
Vertical wall that's like 50 foot tall. We're gonna hit it at 70 miles an hour, and you're in there like, go, and you're like, you're like, this is a horrible idea. This is what they call a supercar. It's built to keep you in and to make you safe. Unfortunately, it's very hard to get in. This is breakable, don't touch. Grab left hand here, left foot here, right hand here, and then you can step right in, right foot first.
Okay, you're sure you're okay with me getting in here?
Of course.
Okay, you just sound the alarms if I do something or touch
Just
something
don't
wrong.
hit the little red button. That is the fire extinguisher, and you will be covered in foam.
What little red button?
No, don't worry about it.
Great. Okay, left foot, left hand. What'd you do with this hand?
Right hand is right there.
Okay.
Yep, there you go. Now right foot in first.
Okay.
There you go. All right.
This was a great day to wear wedges, you know? Oh, you sit down here and drive like this?
Can barely see over the dash, yep. But this is what's really cool. This is your handbrake. Basically, when you come in to a corner and it's not turning enough, if you pull it a little bit, that'll lock the rear wheels and spin you almost to 180. It's the automatic U-turn button. Yes. I wish you had one of those on the road.
How quickly can this get to a certain speed?
Well, so 0 to 100 kilometers an hour, which is basically 0 to 60 in 1.8 seconds. Car is absolutely unbelievable. And now it only tops out about 130 miles an hour, but it gets there exceptionally quick.
I feel like I'm in a spaceship.
This car burns through tires so fast, in about 10 minutes, the tires will be all the way down to the threads. That's how much spinning it will be doing while we're out there on the course.
Wow, that is impressive. Travis, it is truly an honor to get to sit in your car. Let's go for just maybe a lap, shall we?
Let's do it.
I'll drive.
All right.
Okay. It is so exciting to be sitting down with you. It has been such an exceptional year.
No, this year's just been amazing. Started off over in Australia with the Nitro Circus Live Tour, and then came out with a brand new movie with Action Figures 2, and then straight into the Evel Knievel. Literally lived a day in the boots of one of the greatest icons and stunts. So
what a whirlwind, and congratulations, that went so well. How did it feel?
It was good. Well, with that kind of motorcycle, I mean, jumping that heavy of a bike, a V-twin 750, more power than I ever really had on two wheels. We had an awesome opportunity with the History Channel to basically go and say, what were some of the most iconic things that Evel Knievel did? He said, well, you got to do the Greyhound buses. So jump 16 Greyhound buses, and then 52 cars, and then the Caesar's Palace Fountain is probably the most infamous, if not the most iconic stunt location in the world. And to get a chance to jump that was just a dream come true. Felt like a little kid again.
Would you say that's one of the coolest things you've ever done?
It honestly was. I mean, both of my parents were out there, I had my little girls out there, my wife was there, and just really giving tribute to the guy that started action sports was an honor.
When did you know that you wanted to get into all this?
Well, I started riding dirt bikes at 4 years old. And my mom rode motorcycles, my dad rode motorcycles, all my uncles rode. With age, I've gone to the four wheels a little bit more, but it's been a ride.
When you talk about your parents, what role did they play in helping you chase your dreams and not giving up on stuff that most would call very scary?
Being a parent now, it's so hard to watch my kids do stuff that you're like, oh, that's dangerous. Like, don't do that. But you know, for my mom, through all the injuries I had, to allow me to keep chasing my dreams after, you know, when I was 14, 15th birthday, I had a basically shattered pelvis and bled 2/3 of my blood volume out. And my mom was like, are you sure this is what you want to do? And even then, all the pain, all the everything, that close to being killed, I was like, I can't wait to go hit that jump again. And
wow.
She's like, well, I guess you love it.
What are some of the craziest stunts you've done?
We got an $80 toy tricycle with plastic rear wheels, and built a ramp for it on one building, and then jumped to another building. One was 63 stories tall, the other was 62 stories tall. So we dropped a whole story, and then if you missed the jump or anything broke, you would have fallen to your death. So I guess that was one of the craziest things.
Yeah, pretty intense one.
You know, it's just simple stuff sometimes that people can relate to. It's doing stuff with big wheels or slip and slides.
Have you ever had a moment where you got right before a big jump or stunt and thought, what am I doing?
All the time. I think the greatest thing is everything looks amazing on paper. Oh, how cool would it be to backflip a monster truck? Yeah, we're gonna build a vertical wall that's like 50 foot tall. We're gonna hit it at 70 miles an hour. And you're in there like, go. And you're like, this is a horrible idea.
I'm scared just thinking about it, but yet you always get out there and you nail it and you get ready for the next one.
You nail it or it nails you, but either way, it works.
How do you want your kids to see the work that you do or help inspire what they do?
That's the one thing about Nitro Circus and being around racing. They see passion. They see myself and my wife, who's a professional skateboarder. You know, we wake up every morning and we love our job. Just for them to see that passion and how much we love every day of life and every minute of it, instead of, oh, I got to go to work. It's like, oh, when do we get to go to work?
Yes.
You know, so it's kind of cool.
That's an incredible zest for life. What about Austin? How does it stack up on the different cities you get to go to?
You know, Austin is really wild. We spend a lot of time at drinking establishments that have big buck hunter. So I came out here, they had the big buck hunter world championship, and that was out here in Austin. We come out here for X Games, was in Austin.
Is there anything you don't compete in?
Yeah, we're really competitive. You know, this is my first year jumping in one of these. I mean, 0 to 60 in 1.8 seconds. Absolutely, they call them supercars for a reason. These things are amazing, and you know, like really knocks wind out of you when you take off.
How do you prepare for something like that?
Well, years and years of driving everything I can and riding everything I can, but underprepared and over-enthusiastic is kind of my motto.
There you go.
See what happens.
So you do a lot of things that people find very frightening, even just the thought of going that fast or jumping that high. So we wanted to give you maybe a few other scenarios that would scare the average person and see how they stack up. You say things are gnarly, so we're gonna say it's either gnarly or no way.
Gnarly like yes, and
gnarly
no way like too far.
Does that sound good?
Yeah, okay.
Because gnarly can be positive, right?
Can be anything.
Perfect,
Yeah,
and it's gnarly.
Great adjective.
Go swimming with sharks.
I would try to say no way, but when you're with our group of friends, you just get pushed right in.
Singing in front of people.
Sure.
What's your go-to song?
I got friends in low places.
Riding a horse.
No way. There's no off switch.
What about stuck in a room full of spiders?
Gnarly.
Changing a diaper.
Yeah, I'm a father. That
You can do that
yeah,
in your
simple.
sleep. Be surrounded by clowns in a haunted house.
Yeah, no way.
That's what scares you.
Why would you do that to yourself? Like there's
You could say that about so many things. Clowns, huh?
clowns is a lose-lose all the way around.
To eat insects.
I'll eat anything, but curry, I had a bet on curry one time. Ooh, that was a bad month. Like literally 2 weeks of just, that was the worst injury I've ever had.
This is a curry-free zone. Okay, and then on the complete flip side of this, what brings you the most joy right now?
It's being able to share this life with my kids, I think, and being able to travel the world. Cars and kids.
Cars and kids, I love that. It's a beautiful life. Travis, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for
Appreciate
your time.
it. Clowns. That's what scares you, Travis, of all things. What a fun day. Make sure you stick around after the break. I'm headed to hang out with Chad and Anthony of Lick Honest Ice Creams, and we're going to find out just how honest they really are. You'll see.
Good old cobblers that I grew up eating. You know, family picnics,
I love
church
it.
picnics.
Lots of picnics.
Really only for picnics.
It seems like you have a bit of a thing for picnics. So have y'all always loved sweets?
No.
How are you so good at
He's
this?
lying. He's lying.
No, I'm
yes.
kidding. We both really always loved sweets. Today we're gonna make a cobbler. And so it's a mixed berry cobbler.
Can anyone make this?
Everyone probably except for him. No, you can even make this, I think.
It's mean.
Savagery.
I could actually make
So it's super easy. So the first thing we're gonna do is right here, this is about a pound of strawberries and also blueberries.
That's a lot of
That's a good amount of fruit. This is the healthy portion.
It goes downhill from
A
there.
little bit of sugar.
A little bit.
I call that a little bit of sugar.
You are my kind of man, Anthony.
You're just gonna put it over medium flame. It's gonna make a nice berry syrup. And then we're gonna
Put that in a glass and drink it. Oh, excuse me.
We're gonna take that and then add some vodka. And then for the batter of the cobbler, we're gonna take flour, a little bit of whole wheat flour, pure cane white sugar, some dark brown sugar, some cinnamon, ginger, nutmeg.
Berries heating
Dad,
up.
do you want to
back
give
here.
those a little stir?
Sure.
That's the only job.
Make yourself useful. It's gonna be fine. And then keep it moving.
You got your dry ingredients. You added
The milk, super easy. We have a skillet with 1 stick of butter. To this, we're just gonna add, so now we're just gonna add the berries with this little bit of the syrup that it's made over the top.
I mean, I would eat this like a soup. You don't even have to bake it.
This is gonna go in a 350-degree oven for 30 to 35 minutes.
And then, can we go eat it?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the best part. We'll put some ice cream on it. We have some ice cream lying around.
Anthony, thanks for doing the hard work.
course.
Chad, it was a pleasure being
Hey,
a
you know.
sous chef with you.
We're good on the floor.
I think so. Let's eat. Chad, thank you for how hard you worked. on
I
this
slaved
amazing
all
coffee.
day.
Thanks, Chad.
Did you see Anthony's face? It's beautiful. I'm so excited. And what flavor of ice cream do we have?
This is just the classic Hill Country Honey Vanilla Bean.
It's so good.
You did such a good job, Chad.
So it's Lick Honest Ice Creams. Seems like a perfect opportunity to play one of my favorite games, 2 Truths and a Lie. So let's see how honest we really are,
wow.
Lick Honest Ice Creams. We each have to say 3 things, 2 of them are true, 1's a lie, and we have to guess what's the lie. Okay, I'll go first. My 3 things are, I used to teach 8th grade in Washington, D.C. I have a webbed toe on my left foot, and I went skydiving for my 21st birthday.
Those are really good.
Yeah.
Those are really.
Web toe sticks out the most to me. What were the other two?
Do you think the web toe's a lie? What do you think, Anthony?
I'm gonna go with the skydiving.
Anthony wins! The buzzer. Nobody's seeing it. My left toe is staying under the table, but I have never been skydiving and never will.
I see you as a skydiver.
Okay, I don't think. My favorite flavor is cilantro lime. I'm looking at him to gauge his reaction. I was in Future Farmers of America,
Okay.
and my favorite Madonna song is Express Yourself.
Wow, this is hard. Do you already know the answer?
I don't, actually.
Oh, good job.
Do I?
The lie is that's not your favorite Madonna song. You have 5 seconds.
Okay.
Make a
I'm
guess.
gonna say you weren't an FFA.
That's your final answer.
That's his lie, and I think the Madonna song is the lie.
You're right. Because I don't have a favorite Madonna song.
Because you love
I
them
should have
all.
gone with my gut instead of filling it with cobbler.
Instead of filling your gut with
Cobbler. So, 1, I went to college in Pittsburgh for a year. 2, I signed up for brownies in elementary school because I thought it was actually to get brownies.
Sounds like something I would have done.
3rd, I taught an art class to elementary school children.
I think the lie is the art class.
I think the lie is the college in Pittsburgh.
Art class. I did go to school in Pittsburgh for a year and I was like, it's way too cold.
Strong showing from everybody. One thing that we all know is true is that Lick Honest Ice Creams is amazing and such a success.
I'm shocked that it's been 7 years. Like it does not feel like that long.
What journey led to the 2 of you being here in Austin?
In a nutshell, me. I went to UT, met Chad in New York, and our first date, I told him, I was like, I feel like going pretty well, but if this is gonna work long term, you have to be okay with moving back to Austin.
It's not even a lie. I was like, okay, I've been to Texas 1 time in my entire life.
He kept asking me about Dallas.
okay.
We met at a young professional singles mixer thing at Planet Hollywood in Times Square.
Square.
It was totally random.
It's very New York.
Yeah,
It's very
and then
New York.
that's 13 years ago. We had talked about opening an ice cream shop going back to, I guess, like 2007. We met in 2006. We were visiting his family in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. There's so much dairy, there's so many mom and pop shops. And we were like, we would love to bring our interpretation of that to Austin. 3 years later, we made the jump. Sold our house, cashed in our savings. By ours, I mean Chad's, because I did. Packed it up and moved down here.
So the first store was on South Lamar, next to the Horseshoe Lounge. It was a great little,
R.I.P.
I know. By the time the first day finally came around, we had already had so much support from the community. People were like waiting outside, like, please open your door.
So you had one store in 2011 in South Austin. Now we are embarking on year 7. What does it look like?
I think we're done.
Last time we're eating ice cream, enjoy it. The last pint we made. We have 4 shops. We have the 3 here in Austin, 1 in San Antonio. We're working on probably 5 leases in multiple cities right now. Those first few months, just having that interaction with the customers have been waiting for us to open, the new customers, that was the best. I loved that part. We got to tell our story. You actually had conversations. It was just fun. It was fun, and it was very substantial. It was just a very meaningful
And create
time.
this community.
Yeah, it truly was.
I was gonna say the same thing. That no.
Convenience.
Or is it a lie? I'm just kidding. Like you've gotta believe with like every part of your being in what you want to do. You gotta have that love and that passion for it. I really thought of it as like offering something that I wanted to share with other people.
Thank you for sharing it with us. Thank you for sharing your home with us. I feel like we just got to have a house party.
Yeah, we have a lot of cobwebs.
Oh, I'm staying. I saw the pool. Thanks for keeping Austin sweet, you guys. Make sure you stop by one of Lick's 4 locations and check out their seasonal flavors. And stick around. Up next, we head to the studio with Austin rocker Amy Edwards. What about your go-to karaoke song?
Usually it's Captain and Tennille Love Will Keep Us Together. But when I was playing with the Argyles.
Oh, very specific.
I know.
So this is where magic was brought to life.
In Magic Volume 1, we worked here for the drums. It completely brought that album to life, 100%. And I think it made Volume 1. And then Volume 2, we worked back at AJ Vallejo's studio, which is in his home. And this is his brother's studio, Omar.
So many special spots all around Austin. Listening to your new music is like a full experience.
Well, thank you.
What were you hoping to create?
An epic experience.
Okay, great. Well, you nailed it.
Yeah,
You're done.
Thank you. It's meant to be listened to all the way through. We made all these weird sounds and we could just zone out and think about what we wanted it to become and push ourselves into like doing something really interesting. We just had so much fun creating sounds and just pushing the envelope. I was more interested in creating a piece of art that spoke to me. There were ups and downs. We've been doing this for over a year and my whole life changed. So there were emotions that I didn't even see coming. I had no idea this project was going to change my entire life.
Yeah.
The whole thing's about transformation. Volume 1 is a very guitar-driven kind of Black Sabbath sound, and I took all those songs, and the point was that you can use your own power and use your own magic to convert anything in your life into something different, to transform it into something different.
Yeah.
And so then we did a trip-hop album, and so we didn't remix the songs, we just made entirely new versions. In the first one, I was looking outward for a lot of answers, and I realized that we have to look inward. And that's where our magic lies.
Yeah.
And so the second one, I was like, now I need my own magic. Like that's where I'm gonna look. We don't have to keep searching when we've got everything we need right here. It's always transforming, just like we are as people. We're always growing and we're always transforming. And if you don't, what are you doing? You're getting stagnant, you know, and who wants to be stagnant?
Who wants to be stagnant?
Not me.
Certainly not me. That's the thing. Life is so fluid, and so is your music constantly evolving and changing. What a neat journey. What are some of the songs that really stick out to you? Of course, you love them all, and we don't play favorites. But what are
I
some?
do, though. Really, I think Already There, which is the final song, if we want to say there's a final song, on both albums, and it just is such a picture of where I was in my life and my relationship at that moment. And the second time I recorded it, I'll be perfectly candid, I had a really rough day and I had to rewrite the song, and I knew it had to grow and be something completely different and something new. And I didn't know how it was going to sound or how it was going to turn out, but I'm really proud of what it became, and then I pushed myself.
Yeah.
So that one means a lot to me. And now I have to turn my heart around. I have to let it go and be here now. never seemed fair, but we were already there. I'm just playing a little bit, but
You're
thank you.
so talented. Just to be in the studio where part of this album was brought to life is so special to get to see you here too.
Thank you.
You've taken a really unique route to get started in music, and you started a little bit later in your life.
That is one way to put it for sure, a unique route. You know what, I think it was about saying yes to things that just come your way in life and not knowing where you're gonna end up and not having like such a definite plan. And when people were like, oh, you should learn guitar and join us, I was 38 years old. I started playing guitar and electric, and I just enjoyed it, and I kept learning and kept plodding along and just putting one foot in front of the other, and then I started singing. I think that you just keep taking these steps and then you look back and you go, well, I've already come this far, and then you just keep it up. Your friends expect certain things and you get entrenched in roles in your life, like, wait, you're already this.
Exactly.
And I had one friend that was like, wait, you're really doing this?
Yeah.
I am. I'm recording an album and I'm doing this. And so then everybody in your life has to sort of shift and readjust, and it's scary.
You have to not let someone else's fear hold you back from something you're not scared of.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Or you may be scared anyway, but if you really want to do it, just do it.
What about your personal style?
Oh.
It is extremely special. Do you think about your style?
Always. And I think, you know, it's that cliche, dress for the job you want. And so if you want Gwen Stefani's job, I guess, you know,
You better
bring
start
it.
rocking some green hair. I've always wanted colored hair, but I've always wanted blue.
I was going for blue. I was going for like a turquoise blue, but the bleach yellow and blue make green, so yeah.
So here
And it does
Amy
not
is.
fade.
Here's Amy with some really solid green hair that
That's
she
right.
didn't want. But
No.
can we just say it worked out well for you?
Well, I keep getting compliments on it, so I'm just like, I'll just roll with it.
Yeah, I think-
And it's not fading. Go with
Green-
pink, that fades fast.
Okay, I'll see what my boss says about that. It is so nice to be sitting in Austin with you.
Now I'm sitting here with one of my favorite females. It's been an amazing 24 hours.
Why did you want to start Bird Bakery?
We just had these incredible family recipes that everybody who tried them, they were like, this is the best I've ever had. And I felt some obligation to share them with the rest of the world.
When they're that good,
Yes.
you have to share it with the
I
world.
mean, everyone thinks their family recipes are the best. I had to do it. It was the best thing I've ever done. We opened 6 years ago in San Antonio.
Wow.
A year and a half ago in Dallas.
Maybe Austin's on the radar.
Hopefully Austin soon. Austin or Houston maybe, or both.
So being a founder of your own company, what are some lessons you've learned along the way that have been really life-changing?
Oh my gosh, there is nothing to prepare you in life like owning your own small business. I mean, now we have almost 100 employees, but I've seen it all. Nothing surprises me anymore. Nothing shocks me. My kids are really gonna have a run for their money because I won't believe them. I've heard the craziest stories from all of my staff. The biggest thing you learn is that you can overcome anything.
Right.
And even setbacks take you forward.
I love that. And you mentioned your kids. What kind of world do you want your daughter to grow up in? How do you want her to feel about approaching her own project?
I just want her to feel empowered, and I want her to feel like she can do anything, and I want my son to look up to me and also know that, I mean, there are just no limits and there are no boundaries and there are no labels, and we live in a world where truly with hard work, I believe you can do anything. And my daughter loves to work at the bakery, and everyone always says, you know, is she gonna take over one day? And I mean, I would love for her to be the CEO of Bird Bakery when she's older, but if there's something else she wants to pursue, that's okay too.
And so who do you go to for inspiration?
Go to my mom, for sure. Like, my mother is the strongest, most hardworking person. My mom, my grandmother, my sister, all of these women in my life are such inspirations.
What an amazing community you've created. And you are a Texas legend, by the way.
I know about that.
We're so grateful for your time. What's one thing you're excited about for the future?
Just continuing to grow and to learn, and I always say, like, if we continue on the path that we're on, I will have no complaints.
Cheers to you, my love.
Thank you.
And thanks for joining us on this episode of Austin After Hours. You can find this complete show and more on YouTube or some behind the scenes on social media. We'll see you right back here next week. Until then, have a great weekend. Cheers.